All right, so you're obviously the Minnesota guy, but kind of like a triple threat: high school, college, pros. Can you explain just the Minnesota, essence about where you grew up?
Yeah, it's a great state of hockey. I'm fortunate to be able to grow up here and play in my hometown till I was 17, 18 years old. So, um, you know, I think the fans, it's a cold city, as you guys got to experience last night. So a lot of people start playing hockey at a young age, and I got to play in some high school tournaments here, some college Final Fives, and some regionals for college. So, always fun coming back here, and obviously got to play here. So, I think it was way more when I was younger as far as family coming and friends. Now they're sick of watching me play, so they'll just watch the TV. But, good to see the family and the friends for sure.
Can you explain what the significance of Mr. Hockey is in this state? And obviously you were Mr. Hockey in 2009, 2010?
Yeah. I grew up, the high school team those were my idols, them and the Minnesota Gophers. We didn't have the Wild till I was probably 10, so, I grew up idolizing the high school team, so even for me to make the varsity team was something. And for me, I don't know, every year I just tried to get better and better, and getting that award was really cool, and it's something I'll cherish forever.
Last time you guys faced, anything different you guys want to see based on the last time you guys faced this team?
Yeah, I think we played good, but we didn't play our best last time we played them, and it was still a dogfight. So I think we can really continue to establish our identity, and I think we've been doing a good job of being hard to play against. So I think that's going to be the focus tonight, and we got to be ready.
And last one, just define what urgency in your eyes looks like when this team is playing urgent.
Yeah, there's no hesitation within our system, within our five-man unit. Whoever's on the ice, it's just trust within each other, and I think that's the difference. We know what works with us, and if we're all on the same page and working, it usually goes well.
So I think first off, seeing this team, twice in 2 weeks. What do you want to see differently, and to get a solid win against this team?
First of all, they're an elite team. They're really hard on puck. They put a lot of pucks in the slot, shoot for stick and stuff like that. So we'll need to be good from our net. They attack a lot from behind the net as well. They're good at finding the open guy in the high slot. So we'll need to be aware of those things. And defensively, they play a good stingy game. They're one of the best defensive team in the league. They're man-on-man in their zone, and they apply a lot of pressure. So they attack your mental toughness. So we need to be resilient.
When you see adversity like in San Jose, and then again the other day, when it starts to stack up like that and it's not just a flash in the pan, what does that tell you about how this group is accomplishing adversity?
No, that means they're capable of doing it. That's the beauty of the NHL, or even more if you want to be a championship team. It's not about doing it. It's about doing it all the time. It's about doing it with consistency. Everybody can do it once. It's not because you did it once. It's who you are. It's when you do it every day, that's who you are. So we saw it. That's great. We're starting to see it with more consistency. That's even better. Now we need to not take anything for granted and keep pegging away.
When you look at what Mikhail Sergachev did in the last 5 minutes of that game, blocking the shot, then having to sit out, and then coming back in and scoring the game winner, obviously it's an obvious question, but how valuable is he in those moments?
Boy, he's evil. And every moment, not just on the last five, on the first five, and the middle five, and all of the five. But I think it's contagious. I think that's the best thing you can say. I think when you have guys who do that, it always started by one, and then it started to snowball. There's another guy who block shot. There's another guy who has desperation. There's another guy who play with urgency. Now you have 2, you have 4, you have 8, and then you have a team who play that way. So that's leadership.
Andre, there's a certain thing about presence, right? Creating, part of the leadership role. Can you talk a little bit about Mikhail's just presence on the bench, around the guys, and his leader?
Sergey?
Yeah, Sergey.
Yeah. Well, first of all, you're an elite player. That, first of all, give you a little bit of presence. Then you're a Stanley Cup champion. That give you a little bit more. Then you're a 2-time Stanley Cup champion. Then they give you more presence. So and then you play like that. Then you block shot. Then you say the right thing. You talk about chipping puck out. You talk about managing the puck. You talk about defending with pride. You talk about playing the game the right way and grinding. I think Sergei's been in a team when they were younger, where they were all about skill and making play and having the highlight of the night. And he saw the difference when they turned themselves to playing more of a grinding game. Those guys have the skill. They will make the highlight play. But it's not what you're looking for. You're looking for the consistency in your play and play the game the right way. And he's been through that. So that brings a lot of credibility to the guy. He's the player don't look at him saying, okay, you do that because that's who you are. No, he's whatever you want. He can play all of them. He does that because he knows that's what you need to do to win. So that carry a lot of weight.
You'd mentioned Minnesota's ability to generate some offense. In particular, the last game, there was a lot of grade A's down low. What are you going to do defensively to prevent that?
Yeah, I think, that, like I said, they did their homework. They knew how we play defensively, and they instead to try to penetrate, they shoot for stick. They shoot for a lot for stick. And we were down in the game, so we chased a little bit, and they got a few on-man rush. So we need to play a little bit of a smart game. We need to be intelligent and make sure we don't give them the free opportunity, kind of on-man rush, turnover, those kind of thing, and we'll tighten it up our slot.
Has Marco Rossi turned into the NHLer that you thought he could be?
Oh yeah,
Junior?
oh yeah. Unfortunately for us tonight, unfortunately for him, but it's you witness Marco every day. There's nothing to not like about Marco. He's a ultimate pro character guy. No excuses. He's dedicated to his craft. There's nothing wrong about this guy. He's elite defensively. He's tuned in on face-off. He played. You talk about soft skill and hard skill. He has a lot of hard skill.
Has he changed a lot?
Yeah.
Has
Sorry?
he changed a lot? Like, or do you see very much still the same player that you had?
Yeah, he is the same player I knew he will be, in the sense of he's so dedicated. Everybody at the time were talking about his size and his speed. I was kind of, don't worry, he's on it.
Yeah, I was thinking about you the other night in Utah. I mean, were you part of you? I'm no pissed, but the other part of you, I'm sure there's part of you that's just a proud papa watching him get that opportunity and score such big goals this year.
Yeah, it's it's a little bit like your team. You have when you expect it, that's good, and I know he's the kind of a big moment player.
Yeah.